Hello there. Today we're going to show you how to install the Minn Kota Kayak Terrova bow mount trolling motor. For this demo, we're installing it on the Old Town Sportsman PDL 120 Pro. Let's get started.
This video is a basic installation overview and meant to serve as a supplement to the official installation instructions included with your Kayak Terrova. Always refer to the official installation instructions for detailed steps, tips, and tools.
In the box with your Kayak Terrova, you'll find weedless wedge 2 prop, micro remote, a 15-foot Ethernet cable and adapter, mounting hardware, safety switch kit, and finally, your motor and safety switch installation guides. In your installation guide on page 6, you'll see the necessary tools and resources required to complete the installation. In this installation process, we'll use the optional MKA21 Minn Kota quick release bracket for flexibility in mounting and removing the motor. Included with the safety switch components in your trolling motor box, you'll find 4 1.5-inch stainless steel screws that can be used in place of the 3-inch stainless steel screws provided with the MK21 for a better fit on your kayak. First, you'll want to determine where the motor will be mounted. On the Sportsman 120 PDL Pro here, we're going to be mounting on the designated mounting location. Some modern kayaks include inserts which make installs really simple. Ensure the handle assembly on the quick release bracket won't encounter any obstructions so you can easily release the plates when it's mounted. Once you decide which side the handle assembly will be on, place the padlock pin on the outer plate on that side. Rotate the pin so that the hole in the pin lines up with the hole in the outer plate. Next, remove the side plates using a number 3 Phillips screwdriver. Line up the outer plate with the base of your motor so that the widest portion is facing inboard when stowed. Fasten the outer plate to the motor base using 6 1/4-inch by 1.5-inch stainless steel screws, flat washers, and nylock nuts. Once the plate is securely fastened to the motor, we can reattach the side plates. Now let's take a look at the placement of the motor on the kayak. We'll want to ensure that the motor shaft is 1.5 inches past the gunnel when deployed and won't encounter obstructions when stowed. In the box that the quick release bracket came in, there's a template located on the inside of the box that will help locate where to mark and drill holes for the inner plate. On the Old Town Sportsman PDL Pro, we already have pre-drilled holes with inserts for this trolling motor. But if you're installing on a different kayak, this will be a really helpful guide. Align the inner plate on the bow of the boat with the holes that are pre-drilled. Fasten the inner plate to the kayak using 4 1/4-20 by 1.5-inch stainless steel screws, flat washers, and nylock nuts. Use shims or rubber washers to level the mounting surface if needed. To finish up the bracket install, we're going to mount the motor onto the inner plate. Slide the handle assembly into the rod holes of the outer plate. Slide the hair clip pin through the lock pin to secure. Your motor is now mounted. Now that the motor is securely fastened to the kayak, we can now install the prop. Remove the prop nut, red shipping washer, prop washer, and spacer, being careful not to lose the drive pin. The red washer and the spacer can be discarded. Line up the prop and the drive pin and slide the prop on. Then slide on the prop washer and the prop nut. Go ahead and tighten the prop nut a 1/4 turn past snug with your 1/2-inch wrench or socket. Finally, we'll install the safety switch and connect the trolling motor to the kayak's power center. These are the tools you'll need for the install. Your Kayak Terrova comes with the following materials in the box: a relay board, safety switch key and cover, lanyard, and mounting hardware. To connect the trolling motor to the power center, we will need additional wiring to extend our lead wires and connect to the power center at the back of your kayak. To start, decide the layout for the safety switch components. On this install, we're going to put the relay board here and the safety switch key here. This will differ according to the way you want to set up your kayak. Once we get a feel for the layout, we mark the mounting hole locations for the relay board using masking tape to protect the surface for drilling. Use a marking tool or a pen to mark the holes. Drill through the deck using a 7/32 drill bit and remove the tape. Before finishing the relay board install, move to the safety switch key. Once again, we'll cover the intended mounting spot with masking tape. Draw a 2 1/3 by 1-inch rectangle on the mounting location and mark the center with an X, which will correspond with the center of the cover and where your sensor will be. Drill a hole in the center of the X using a 3/8-inch drill bit, then remove the tape. Thread the spacer up through the top of the safety switch wire. Thread the wire through the deck and apply marine grade sealant to help prevent water seepage into the deck. Next, place the safety switch cover over the wire sensor and mark the location of the mounting holes. Drill through the deck at the marked locations using a 7/32 drill bit. Apply sealant at these mounting locations too. Place the cover so that the point of the power icon is facing inboard and the circle is facing outboard. Insert two 10/32 by 1 inch screws through the safety switch cover and deck. Use one washer for each screw inside the deck, with the neoprene side of the washer facing toward the deck. Secure each screw with one nylock nut using a wrench and a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Route the extension wire and the safety switch wire through the hull between the motor and the power center to connect to the relay board. We've already installed an optional MKA20 Minn Kota Quick Connect plug between our mount and where we've spliced our lead wires. The Quick Connect plug makes it simple to detach your motor from power when needed. You can learn more about the install for this accessory at minnkotamotors.com. Next, we'll prep our wiring for connection. Prep the wiring by stripping 3/8 of an inch of the lead wire. Install a 1/4 inch female spade terminal to each lead wire using a wire crimper and add heat shrink. Do the same for the extension wiring connecting to the battery. Then, we're ready to connect to our relay board. Connect the positive red lead wire from the trolling motor to the M+ on the relay board, and the negative black wire to the M-. Then we'll do the same thing to connect our battery wires. Connect to the unlabeled connection between the LED and the B+ connection on the relay board. Secure the jumper between the two LEDs with heat shrink. Use a heat gun to secure all of the connections on the relay board. The relay board is now ready to install. Start by applying marine grade sealant to each of our pre-drilled holes in the deck. Place one bonded washer on each of the 410 32 by 1 inch screws with the stainless steel side against the screw head. Align the relay board with the drilled holes inside your kayak deck, pass the screws through the deck, and secure them using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. We're done working on the bow of the kayak, so the last step remaining will be connecting to our power center. If needed, install ring terminals on each end of the battery lead wires. Connect the positive red lead wire from the relay board to the positive terminal on the power center, and connect the negative black lead wire to the negative terminal on the power center. For any Minn Kota motor installation, we recommend installing a circuit breaker like the Minn Kota MKR27 60 amp circuit breaker. But on this install, we're using an Old Town battery box which includes a circuit breaker. Your Kayak Terrova installation is now complete. We hope you enjoy your time on the water. For complete rigging instructions, refer to your owner's manual and installation guide at minnkotamotors.com.